Hey guys, what's up? Abby here, and welcome to my Unholy DK Weakauras for Battle for Azeroth. So they are all in one Weakauras. I'm also including my Elvui profile down below, and of course, just like the Frost one, it has the same runic power and rune bar that's the Frost one has. It's just a different color. It's a little bit light green, and then fills up dark green. So everything else is tailored to Unholy, of course, and it's tailored to what I like. So they're not specified for anyone else. They're specified for what I like, and they're also tailored perfectly to how I use my action bar. So let's get into each individual feature. Of course, we have our Virulent Plague tracker. So this is when we're in combat. So let me go here. If I just Festering Strike it right there, then nothing pops up, and once I cast my Outbreak, then Virulent Plague starts ticking on the target. And let me just dismiss my pets so we can open up my Weakuras again. But of course, it counts down over time. Very nice. I like how it looks. I like how it's compact. I like how the text looks. This is, again, all tailored for me. So if I open up my Weakuras again, uncheck all loaded, and go right here. Next thing that we have that I really like as a feature is Unholy Frenzy right in the middle. So the reason I have Unholy Frenzy right in the middle, it's because it's something I want to be tracking at all times. And what I might end up doing is switching that and Festering Wound. I think I may end up doing that just because Festering Wound is more important. However, when the cooldowns pop for Unholy Frenzy, I feel like that should be the center of my screen. Again, may play around with this a bit, but if you guys don't like that, if you want Festering Wound in the middle, all you have to do is just drag over here and then up to Festering Wounds, just drag that over here. That's all you have to do. No big deal if that's what you want. And then, of course, Festering Wound right here. Now, it does track the cooldown. It doesn't show the cooldown text, so the progress bar around it is, of course, all you really need to know about cooldown. And then the big number in the middle is how many stacks of Festering Wound you have. Next up, we have Unholy Blight. This, again, will only trigger if you have the talent. So load right here. If you have Unholy Blight, it'll show up only when you actually cast Unholy Blight on the target. Right down here, we have Sudden Doom. Now, the reason I have stacks showing on this is because of Harbinger of Doom. Now, the stacks will show up. If you're not running Harbinger, it'll just show one, basically. But if you are running Harbinger, it'll stack up to 2 times very nicely. Over here we have Dark Transformation. This is obviously when you cast on the pet, it'll show the active time of Dark Transformation. It does not show cooldown. None of these show cooldown. And the reason none of them show cooldown, like the actual cooldown when, you know, Unholy Frenzy is down or Unholy Blight is down or Dark Transformation is down, is because I don't want to clunk up my UI right here. I just want to track active buffs. And then I have my action bar pretty big so I can track cooldowns. Next up, we have, of course, our Rune Reforge, or our Rune Forge, sorry. And, of course, Fallen Crusader, that's the one we're using at all times as Unholy. Right here, I like it right there because it's not a huge thing that we need to track, but it is something that you do want to track currently for things like Cold Heart, maybe, and other little things. And over here, we have Rune Corruption, not really something you need to track, but something that is a nice little feature in there just for those people who want to track it if for some reason you do. And then right here we have our Soul Reaper Haste buff. This will of course only proc if you get the Soul Reaper buff, which is killing a target while Soul Reaper is ticking on the target for those 8 seconds. As Soul Reaper ticks, if you, of course, as you see here, kill an enemy while it's ticking, you gain a 10% haste buff. This will show up if you get that 10% haste buff. That's what this is. And that's the only features there. Now let me show you how they actually work. If I summon my pet, as you can see here, pop Dark Transformation, pop Unholy Frenzy, that shows up, pop Unholy Blight, that shows up, and then you have to just believe me on the Soul Reaper proccing. So right there, pop my Virulent Plague. As you can see, everything works very nicely. So hope you guys find this useful. If you do, make sure to give it a like, and the link to my Weakauras on Wago is down below, and the paste bin to my Elvui profile. So I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good one.